finished up today, our third day so far of fall ball, and we still have a couple days left before we get out of acclimation and into full pads. But very, very optimistic about where we are, just because of numbers. Our numbers are really good. We ended up with about 140 kids coming in, and with eligibility, etc. Some kids are ready to go, some kids aren't. All of those things. I think we're about at 120 kids right now, which is really good. If we can hopefully keep all of these guys and keep them involved in the program and keep them out, that is a plus, just because of the numbers factor. The other thing, I think it was a real good recruiting class for us. We're getting a chance to look at the freshmen for the first time. We had a few of the junior college kids here in the spring, and we were able, of course, to get them indoctrinated. But the freshmen, it's a good looking class, a good crew, very, very good for the most part, very, very good students, all of them. The length, the height, we talk about that a lot when we go out and recruit, is we want to recruit length and get kids in here with good length about them. So our length as a class, the freshmen looked the part, and we like that. Some of those guys are going to have to step in and be ready to play. That's the way it is in Division II. So you don't, and you're not afforded the luxury of being able to redshirt everyone. Those that don't play, of course, will redshirt, but some of those guys are going to have to step in and be ready to play and play now. So that being said, we do have a couple junior college kids that have come in here in the fall that we like, and expect all of those junior college guys to step up and play now and be a part of it. So anyway, that's where we are at this point, and I think the scrimmages are, do you have those on any kind of schedule, or you'll let them know, Eric?
We'll let them know.
Okay. We'll have a couple of scrimmages this fall. I'm a big believer that you have to play the game to get good at the game, so, the more we can go out and play it without a coach right there coaching you and just playing the game, the better you get at the game. So when we do scrimmage, we'd like to get, a lot of snaps in and get as many guys in there as we can. Because again, I think that's where you get better at the game. So that's kind of where we are at this point. And we're looking forward to getting into full pads and getting going. So, I'm optimistic. I think our team is optimistic, and I believe this about our team. I believe, and I've always said this, you're only as good as your seniors. The seniors we have are few in number. So we've expressed to them that you've got to do a great job of leading. Again, you wish you had 17, but we only have, I want to say, nine seniors. So that's where we are. The juniors have to step up and become more vocal and take a role in leading as well. Because we just don't have the numbers, but the leadership we're getting from our few seniors is very, very good. So that being said, that points to the fact that we are a young football team, and that's just the way we are. But that's good from a standpoint of, you're going to make some mistakes being young, but you're going to get better being young. Eventually you'll get better. We have to live with the mistakes and through the mistakes we're going to make as a young football team, and we'll mature a lot this year. So kind of where we are, and I'll open it up to any questions you might have, I guess.
The transition from year 1 to year 2, how the guys adapted to your style, how you adapt to them?
Great point. I really believe this from our guys. I think when they look in the mirror now, it's a total different self-image looking back at them than it was a year ago, let's say at this time. Okay, they look in the mirror now and they see somebody that, you know, we're capable of winning. We're capable of winning a championship. And that's what they're thinking. So that is a positive thing. Anytime we can change our self-image and our self-image as a football team, that's a positive. So I think from that standpoint, we've made dramatic changes in the right direction. Again, they go to the field, they do exactly as you ask, they encouraging each other, they're coaching each other, and like I said, their self-image and what they think of themselves is a lot better. And as you all know, you better think you're pretty good or you'll never be good. So that's a plus.
John, there's been some changes in the conference in terms of how teams are represented for the postseason play. I'm not totally clear on how it's all set up. I'm guessing you know, so speak to that point and how that's.
Well, to my knowledge now, that it was that the games in your division, your side, were the ones that counted. They really didn't count the other side division or conference games. Now they're going to count them all. So, and really, in essence, that's the way most leagues are. And you play a cross section in the other league. You just have to keep rotating that group in the other division and make sure that the scheduling is fair, and that's probably the way it should be.
So there'll still be an East and West?
Yes, there'll still be an East and West, but going into it is going to factor in everything. If that makes sense.
How difficult was it to get those guys to change that mindset? You know, this time last year, and you kind of talked about, you know, you knew how tough it was going to be, and it's kind of a task ahead, and
Right.
It seems like that mindset has changed. How difficult was that, though, to get them to respond to it?
Once, well, it's difficult. But again, it didn't for us take place until, you know, later on in the season. And once winning helps with that, without a doubt. So you go out and you're able to win some football games, then immediately you get that buy-in and that belief that, hey, we can play with anybody we line up against, and we can beat anybody we line up against. And so the winning factor definitely helped that. Playing in the conference championship game was a plus for us. So we're hoping that, and I think we do believe that we've got to get back there again this year. So, it's just a matter of time. Eventually, and I've said this, that when you take over a program, you have a group, basically in my mind, 3 groups. You have a group that's automatically going to accept you. They're going to say, oh, Coach walks on water. We're going to do whatever he says. Okay, you have a group in the middle that says, prove it to me, Coach, you're going to have to prove to me. And then you have a group that's not going to accept you. Okay, so the best thing you do is get rid of the group that's not going to accept you and work with the others. And that's what has to take place. And it's a bad deal that you have to lose some guys, but that's just the way it is. Every place I've ever been. And once you get rid of the guys, which took, a little bit of time, and about the middle of the season on, we started to believe, and we all bought in and did what we're supposed to do.
Coach, getting to that conference championship game, is that something you guys still talk about, and how much motivation are the returning players using that this year?
Oh, it's a great motivator, and we encourage them to talk about that. Yeah, and we encourage them to talk about, the seniors have to go out. The 3 things we talk about is seniors have to go out as winners. We're going to win a conference championship, okay? And we're going to win a national championship. So we're not afraid to say that, and we encourage them to say that. If you don't say it, you're afraid of it. We're not afraid of it. Let's go say it, or it'll never happen. So, we encourage it.